everyone, it's Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise. So a really long time ago, somebody asked me to do an essentials video and I never did it. I think I've done videos very similar to this in the past, talking about some supply basics, but I just wanted to talk about all of my favorite essentials that I just use again and again. I wanted to sit down and just talk about them for you guys, just all of the essential everyday items that I really like to use. As soon as I'm done filming this, I will be doing a December favorites video talking about some of my favorite supplies, you know, certain specific brand name collection supplies. In this video, I'm just talking about all of the basics that I use. So you'll see me wearing the same shirt again because I'm going to film it as soon as I'm done with this video, but it will probably go up next week is what I'm thinking. So anyway, we'll start with the biggest one, my guillotine style paper trimmer. So this is actually a Stampin' Up one. I don't think they make this one anymore, but it's actually made by the brand Tonic. They still do make these kind of trimmers. So this one's really neat in that it's smaller. A lot of times they'll be, you know, full 12 by 12 and they'll take up a lot of room on your desk. Well, this one has this extension piece there. You can see the different measurements go all the way up to 12 inches. And it just clips in there and folds out so that that's what's taking up your desk space. It's not taking up the full 12 by 12. And if you're a card maker, you don't even have to have this piece out most of the time. You'll just need the measurements up to 6 inches. And a lot of times I can get away with not having the extender out. So I really like this one. I've had this one for years and years. And when this one dies, I will be getting another guillotine style. I really like these styles over the ones with the blade that you have to kind of move up and down. I find those don't cut exactly straight. You can really get some wobbling on those blades. And also you have to replace those blades. With this one, it's self-sharpening, so you don't have to replace it at all. And this is not sharp, like I can rub my hands across it. I don't have to worry about my little baby girl cutting herself on this one. I'll link to all these things below, by the way. Now, as far as adhesive goes, I have two favorite adhesives. I love my ATG gun, and I found cheaper refills. I've done a video on this before. I get off-brand refills for this, and I've had really good luck with the off-brand refills. Every once in a while I'll have it like wrap around this other piece right here instead of coming off, and then I just have to kind of line it back up, but that doesn't happen very often. I've had really good luck with the off-brand adhesive for this one, and I got mine way back in the day when I had to order it from like a framing company. But now you can buy these at any kind of scrapbook store. I know online stores have them, and now they come in pink, which I think is really cute. So one day, if this one ever bites the dust, I will get the pink one, but I'm not going to replace it. It works just fine, even though it is red. And then my other adhesive is the Tombow Multi in the green cap bottle. So there are different ones of this. I just really like this one for any teeny tiny thing. And this one's also a really nice one in that it can make things repositionable for like masking and things. If you put the glue on, let it dry, then that piece becomes repositionable. Once you place it down, you can peel it back off, which is really fun for masking. But I just love this one. It works so great, and a little goes a long way, so I don't have to replace these very often. And then my other basic favorite is photopolymer stamps. I still love photopolymer stamps even though I'm not stamp designing anymore. I just love them, so it doesn't matter what you do, there are photopolymer stamps. I've got some for planner decorating, I've got some for card making, and I've got some for scrapbooking and project lifing. There's all sorts of different categories of stamps. I just love the photopolymer stamps. Pretty much every company now makes photopolymer stamps, so you can find them lots of different places. And another great tool that I have found has come in handy a lot is my label maker. And I just have this cheapy one from Target. I think I spent somewhere like 15 or 20 bucks on this one. It is the Dymo Letra Tag, and I love it. I label things in my room. I can label little drawers. I label specific supplies. I could label stamp sets. I put labels on some of these DVD style stamp containers. It makes it really easy to keep everything organized. And especially in my case, if I'm making YouTube videos, I want to be able to tell you guys the products I'm using. Going back to stamping, I have a favorite acrylic block. This one is from American Crafts. I like the size of this one, that I can put multiple things on here. Like if I'm spelling out something, it has the lines on it so I can keep things straight when I'm spelling them out. And I also really like this one because it has a beveled edge. It's easy for me to grab. So this has just been my favorite go-to acrylic block. My Cutter Bee scissors, I love the precision tip on these ones. If I'm I'm cutting a really tiny piece, I can cut all the way up to the tip of these scissors. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it'll cut all the way through. Sometimes when you're using big scissors, like the very tip won't cut, and these ones they will. So I really like them, but you have to be really careful. They are sharp, so I try to keep the little cover on them. And then another one I really like is my Exacto knives. I find this one comes in handy a lot, and I just need a little bit of a trim on things. And then my last essential is a ruler. This is just a cheapy ruler. I probably paid like 50 cents for this thing. I like to line things up really nicely. You'll see me measuring things in videos and making sure I've got things on straight. I've got a couple of big tools that I really like. We're in a rental right now and I just don't have a lot of space to have everything out. So I haven't been using my die cutting machines very much, but I absolutely love my Big Shot and I love my Silhouette Cameo. And one of the tools that I found that's really, really helpful with the Silhouette Cameo is this little spatula tool. This is the Silhouette brand spatula. I'm sure other companies have the same thing, but it really helps me get things off of that sticky mat. So I definitely recommend having one of these. If you use the mat, it helps you from having to like scrape it off with your fingers. I use these mostly for scrapbooking and Project Life. I have a mini stapler called the Tiny Attacher. It's the really, really teeny tiny staples. You can see how teeny those little staples are. This is a Tim Holtz product. I absolutely love it. I've had it for years. Absolutely love this little guy. And then my other scrapbook essential is the Freckled Fawn Kit. I absolutely love getting this every month. I seem to just pull from these embellishments most often. I just really like that it's delivered to me and everything coordinates really nicely. So it's really fun for me to get these every month and scrapbook with them. I am on their design team now, but I was a Kit Club subscriber for a couple of years before I was on their design team. So now I think it might be my third year with their kit. I really, really love their kit. And if you've seen any of my like monthly videos where I show you guys my scrapbook pages, it's like this embellishment's Freckled Fawn, this is a Freckled Fawn, this is Freckled Fawn. So I use them all the time. So I wanted to go ahead and mention them in this video too. I think I mention them in like every video I make. But I just love their supplies. They're just so nice. So now I have a couple of tools that I want to talk about for card making. Now this could be for Project Life as well if you like rounded corners. I personally don't like rounded corners on my journaling cards, but this is a We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile Corner Chomper, and I have the one that is a 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. So it's got the big rounded corner and a smaller rounded corner. I love this thing for card making. I really like rounding the bottom corners. If I make a card that's going to open up, I really like rounding the bottom corners of the card. So I use it mostly for card making. So this next category could really cover everything, but it's mostly, in my case, for stamping. Inks. So I want to talk about each ink individually. If you're going to do some heat embossing, I recommend the Versamark ink. You can't beat it when you're doing heat embossing. It's my favorite one I've found. Then if you're going to do Copic coloring, you can't beat Memento inks. These ones don't smear with the Copic or alcohol-based markers. And then for just everyday stamping, and these are the ones I use if I'm scrapbooking, I use my Stampin Up Ink Pads. These are just my favorite ink pads that I've found. I really, really like these. I use mostly for scrapbooking, but can also be used for card making, is this craft mat. I want to say this is a Tim Holtz thing, but I'm not 100% sure. I had trouble finding it when I was trying to find it in the stores. But it is just this really nice waterproof mat. So if you're doing ink spraying or any kind of watercoloring, this thing wipes right off. It's really nice. It doesn't get the ink everywhere all over your desk and stuff. So I really like having it just to keep things a little bit cleaner. And as far as ink sprays and watercoloring and that type of thing, I love the Distress products, and I'm sure everybody has heard of these ones, but they work so nicely when you use them with water. So I have a few of the sprays, I've got a few of the stains, I've got a few of the ink pads. I really, really like them. And to go along with those, I have a watercolor brush pen. You just fill it with water and then you can brush on the water. And then I also have some of these mini misters, and these are just, you fill them with water or ink, whatever you want, and then you can just spray them too. They're really nice. It's fun to use the water in combination with those inks. The last few essentials are related to planner decorating. Now, I really, really like planner stamping, and I found that these Versa Magic chalk inks are the best ones that I found to use in my planner. They don't bleed through the paper and they just have a really nice look to them. So I've got a few of these. I think I picked these ones up from Joann.com. These are a little bit hard to find. And then the other one is washi tape. I am just totally addicted to washi tape, and I get my washi tape almost always from Freckled Fawn. I just love their quality. Some of the brands of washi tape are really, really cheapy, but these ones are really nice quality. Another one of my scrapbooking and Project Life favorites is the Slick Writer. Now this one actually will write on those glossy cardstock stickers, so I really like this one. You can write directly on photos. I have the fine point here, but it also comes in bold and medium point. I tend to do like all of my journaling with this. I just absolutely love it. It writes so nicely. And that is it for this video. So I'm sorry that this one took me so long to make. If you were one of the people that have requested this video over time, here it is. So I hope you guys liked it. I will link to everything in the description box down below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like scrapbooking videos, and if you have any suggestions for other videos, if you have questions for me, just leave them in the comment section down below, and hopefully I can make a video a lot quicker than it took me to make this one. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.